Cannabis users of Reddit, what is the best thing about being high? There are many perks of it for me. I only do edibles because fuck lung cancer, I don't want it, but getting high does a few fun things for me. Calmness. My anxiety is not entirely gone, but it becomes much easier to ignore. Senses acting funny. You know how you have music you love but you listen to it so much you get tired? You can listen to it while high and feel it all over again. Listening and playing music becomes a very emotionally charged experience. People. Just like with music, you can get completely lost all over again on someone you are in love with. Every touch and kiss is powerful, and I used to just stare at my partner in blissful gratefulness that I was lucky enough to be loved by them. This is what I miss most since the breakup for sure. Phantom sense. This one is pretty specific to me and people who can relate, but being high allows my brain to fill in what it thinks my body should be filling. This is awesome for two reasons. Since I'm trans, it allows me to feel touch as if I had parts that I don't currently have and was not born with, also very fun with a willing partner. It also allows me to feel touch in virtual reality. I can feel a hug from a friend, someone playing with my hair, and other sensations despite not having anyone physically next to me. It is crazy fun. I don't use it too often, but when I do it is usually for chilling out and listening to music or a show, or hanging out with friends, but that last one is pretty fun when it happens if I'm honest. Cannabis over a long period of time changes your frame of mind. I believe spending a long time high through a lot of the things that come with being high, such as deep thought, relaxation, tendencies to think before you act, that this slowly imprints on your behavior and rationale. I believe for a lot of people spending long periods high has helped them develop as a person if they have managed to conquer any side effects that may arise, such as mental health, stagnation, and procrastination. The skills I have wouldn't have been obtained if I wasn't high. Sure, I would have been out doing more practical stuff, probably have a career, perhaps a family, which is great, sounds amazing, however I wouldn't have the skills I have now. I am very knowledgeable, extremely proficient at learning and picking up new tasks, extremely independent and strong-minded. I am a guy who people can turn to, understanding and willing to help. I have built my life around knowledge and learning, which has led me to one of my passions, trading. I have worked hard for years to get to where I am. The rocket has been fueled, it is starting to take off. I know the life I am leading and working hard to achieve for me is the right route to go down. I have conquered my demons and mental health. I can stand strong at the person. Cannabis has helped to develop me as an extremely strong, capable person. If I have a family now, I know I can offer the best version of me. If I have a career, I know the most proficient version of me will be at work. If my ambitions are fulfilled, I know that is the best life for me, however tough or lonely the road may have been. I have cannabis to thank for this. I have been high for years now, only not high for 10 minutes after waking up, which I usually have a stone over anyway. The past about 15 years has been like this. Take into consideration the long-term impacts of getting high on a constant basis. It can change who you are, your goals, and your ideologies. It can also make or break you. As a young person getting into cannabis, really take notice on how this affects you. Don't kill your ambitions with complacency. Do not use frequently or be hyper aware of how this is affecting you while using it to better yourself, to be a more understanding, calm, happier, and creative person. Whether people like it or not, some young people are super vulnerable to the negative side effects such as paranoia and isolation. If you are one of these people, heavily moderate use, your future self will thank you. I have persistent depressive disorder. While I can generally put on a good act for the people I am around, my general outlook on life or anything in really is pretty much cold and logical. Couple that with add that I wasn't diagnosed with until I was in my 30s, resulting in not having a lifetime of practiced and reliable methods of managing it. Dark thoughts can spiral real quick, real fast. Cannabis helps a lot with this, but it is a double-edged blade. I treat it as medicine. Just the right amount and I can feel shit again. I can watch an emotional scene in a movie that I may have seen multiple times and feel those emotions. I can laugh at stupid, silly things with friends and family without over-analyzing everything. The anxiety that comes with it is toned down to a manageable level. But too much and that anxiety gets cranked up to 11. I can become paranoid. Not to the point of freaking out, but definitely close to having panic attacks. So for me, a couple hits of my little tabletop, desktop, bong get me to where I need to be. And then maybe an occasional hit or two throughout the day to maintain that comfort zone. I rarely smoke an entire bowl in a day. I'm an ex-user. I also have ADHD. My mind does not shut up. I know a lot of people say this, but to even begin to explain it is difficult, but I'll try. Just imagine every thought you have within an hour and the branches of those thoughts, condensed into a minute, happening at the same time. If any of you are programmers, imagine every thought as an async call. Anyway, it wouldn't shut up the thoughts, but it would slow them down. Maybe instead of an hour worth of thoughts in 1 minute, it's now 10 minutes. Again, programmers? Shit sync now, it's like a weight being removed. I could actually focus on a thought and see it out to completion. Or even a task. It felt good. This was the best part. Then I got drug-induced psychosis. Not very cool. I've been clean ever since. As good as it felt, I feel like I've learned to embrace my stupid electric meat and live my life without a crutch. I'm very sure I have ADHD, and cannabis is one of those things that quieted my thoughts. Normally I have a lot of internal thoughts going at once. Possible storylines for random events in life, random thoughts grabbing my attention. Did I do so, and so why haven't I done so, and so. When I'm high I'm not productive, but I have a bit of mental peace and streamlined thoughtlessness. I love to play something like Skyrim and not stress for a while. Having that break from overthinking is super blissful. I'm using other coping methods to deal with overthinking, so I only get high once a week or so now because I abused that nice feeling and that became all I wanted. Like anything, you can get addicted to how it makes you feel, and I was neglecting life to chase not thinking. I really enjoy it, but it's a treat, not an all the time thing for me now, and I'm very happy about that.